Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a quick update from Pro Traders Lounge. This is Chris, and I would like to give you a little update on Bitcoin today because we have some interesting events today. So we might see some volatility, and I would like to give you a little update on Bitcoin. Before we start with some local stuff, I would like to show you some more of a high time frame view before we continue. This is the Coinbase chart you see here, and yeah, where did we bounce off? We have those two old weekly level here. We had this initial drop into this weekly here, the first basically the all-time high we had here back into 17. We bounced off it and then actually lost it and found support. This is a weekly chart here. We found the support at this old weekly here. So basically, this is decent support here in my opinion. And you also see we came down on really high volume. I mean, look at this volume. This is like the highest volume we had on Coinbase so far. So for me personally, I was bullish on Bitcoin since a couple of weeks already, and this was one of the reasons, to be bullish here for me, because we had this big drop down here from this all-time high, and we had also really high volume, and you see the volume was actually increasing, but the candle spreads, they were decreasing. So price was not expanding the same like the volume was. So this was indicating for me that the bottom must be near, here at least locally. Not also locally, even on a higher time frame, and we had this nice bounce of it. Let's zoom in a little bit and look at the volume here more local. Also this rise here at the moment, it looks really healthy for me. Why? Because if you look at the volume, you see the volume was really nice kicking in here, like the buy volume was increase in price, and this tells you that this is a healthy rise at the moment here. You see like volume coming in, and you see the candle spreads expanding. This looks decent at the moment here. It was a nice bounce. Even more local, at the moment there is no sign of weakness here. Market structure wise, we're putting in higher highs and higher lows all the way up here. We didn't lose anything yet. So this is still looks like a healthy rise. So is this a good place to long here at the moment? No, definitely not, because we are coming into resistance areas here. And price never just moves up in one line forever. There will be retraces 100%. So now let's find out what level we are interested to look at. We have this old weekly here, which we keep in mind for now, 19370-ish. And let's switch over to the Bybit chart. Because I'm trading on Bybit and I'm charting Bybit, and this is why I'm using the Bybit chart, simply because I'm trading there. But I do also like it to look at Coinbase, and if you see my list here, I have different Bitcoin charts, and I like to look at different spot exchanges and also on Binance and so on, but it doesn't matter for now. Let's have a look at where we are. Let's quickly recap what happened down here. After we put in this low here and the second low here, we took the liquidity down here on the second attempt, and you see the volume was really low on the second attempt. We had this big volume coming in on this initial drop, and then we took out this low here on really not crazy volume. It was decent, but nothing crazy. So let's have a look. Where did we retrace to after we had this initial low and this rise? So let me quickly switch over to the golden pocket. And you see we retraced down to the golden pocket. We also had some more confluence down here. If we pull the fixed range here, the fixed range volume pool, you see we had this point of control of this little range down here right at the 618, and Bitcoin loves the 618. So this was really decent support area to look for longs. And this is in general, this is happening quite often. Yeah, if you put in a low and then have a bounce, Bitcoin likes to retrace down to the golden pocket area, also on lower time frames. Yeah, this is something you might yeah, want to be aware of. Yeah. Okay. This is history. So now let's look at what's going on here. Yeah, after this, okay, let's maybe go a little bit back to this towards this range here. Yeah, we had this range before we dropped lower going on, and you see we had this point of control down here. This is the red line in this range. Yeah, we were holding it for a while, then had this nice bounce up into this previous range POC, and the dashed line here is the previous range point of control. So we tested it to the dollar and had a really quick swift move down. Yeah, so this point of control, basically this resistance was initiating this impulsive move down. Yeah, we came up, tested this point of control here, had a little rejection here, nothing crazy, and had a slice through it, basically a really big move up into this daily here. We took out the liquidity up here already. Yeah, we swing failed at it, and yeah, at the moment we are trading below this last high. But the rejection at the moment here is not crazy. Yeah, it's really, it's still, we didn't lose anything at the moment. Yeah, it's still holding up. So let's see what we look towards next. Yeah, we have this value area high of this previous range up here at this weekly. So for me, and we also, you see this candle here, we had a swift move down. So Bitcoin tends to fill those inefficiencies. Yeah, this is an inefficiency. Yeah, because we just had a quick drop down, and yeah, Bitcoin tends to fill them. Yeah, we had an initial increase here into this point of control, filled those inefficiencies partially already, and now yeah, we are working on it. Yeah, so I would like to see this weekly area basically up to this daily level here, 22, let's say 400 area. Yeah, this is also like a little order block here. Next as resistance. Yeah, this is the next resistance coming up here. And if we manage to claim this area here, and of course you can also look for a swing failure of this high up here for like a scalp trade. But ultimately I would be looking towards this monthly next and this point of control. And we have this, you see this green box. This is also an inefficiency in price here. This is like a little gap. And I would be looking towards this area here next. If we manage somehow to break out of this and this, I mean, of course, we might see some retraces before we break up here, but if we break out in the future, this weekly here is like the last man standing. So this is the last resistance in this area, in my opinion. Of course, you can always swing failure highs. Yeah, be aware of the highs. Yeah, we have the liquidity sitting up here, so we might swing failure this high here or this high. Be aware of them. Yeah, but this area has more confluence for me to reject off. Yeah, it's the first, the second area, and weekly last man standing. If we break out of this range, yeah, there's not much resistance, to be honest. Yeah, we had this swift move down here, so we can even have this swift move up again to fill it. And the next area of interest would be like 30K. Yeah, we have this weekly up here. And let me quickly check what the volume is doing up here. Yeah, we have this point of control up here. So this 30K area is the next big resistance. And this is actually a quite big bounce. Once we manage to break out of this range, it is around 23%. This is crazy. Yeah, so if we break up here, you might want to look for a backtest of this range to take a long, because this is would be a decent rally up here. Yeah, to the downside, if we come down, I mean, we can before we come down, we can of course here move up into this area of interest before we see another move down. And but of course, we could also just fall off. And the next area I would be interested in is this point of control area. This is also um, here you see it was a previous POC in this range here as well. Yeah, so we also have a daily naked point of control here. No, sorry, I think it's actually lower. Let me check. Session volume. No, text. Yeah, we have this daily naked point of control here. Yeah, so this is the first layer of support. If we zoom in a little bit on a lower time frame, you see we had this little consolidation area here and this high volume candle. So basically this candle here. So we would come down towards this area, we would take out a lot of liquidity. So people which longed here, it doesn't have to be only new longs here, it also can be like liquidations here. Yeah, but in general, those areas where you had like big volume coming in, they tend to act as support, SSR level, yeah. So this area, first layer of support here. Next area would be like the daily negative point of control around 90,300. And this also lines up with this old weekly I showed you here on the Coinbase chart, 19,370 area. Yeah, consider that as an area. It's not like a line of support. It's in general an area of support. And this POC down here, which was the previous range point of control, I zoom out a little bit, the POC of this previous range. Yeah, we broke it. We tested it here, had a little retrace, broke through it, broke through everything actually, also this point of control here. But often you see that it's holding on the backtest. Yeah, if you have a C price like slicing through a level, look for it on a backtest. It might offer support after it broke. Yeah, so hence this area down here is the next area of interest if we come down. This would also line up somehow with the 382 after you see such an impulsive move. I'm not an Elliott wave expert, but I would consider this being in wave 3 here. Yeah, we had the wave 1 retrace into the golden pocket, wave 2, and this is wave 3, and the wave 3 in general, the wave 4. We come down in general, retraces down to the 382 area. But we have some experts on Elliott waves in the group. If you want to see some more accurate counts than my here, you might want to look at one of the other guys' updates in the group. Yeah, the 382 area is coming down here, yeah, but I would never just simply trade off a FIB. I mean, of course, if it's a 618 or a golden pocket, you might take a trade, but not of a 382 alone. Yeah, for me, it has to have more confluence. But in general, this area is like the 382 area, and this is why I would look towards these two areas where we have some more interesting like level as support. Yeah, I think that's it from my side, guys. Let's quickly have a look. What's funding doing? Funding is slightly bullish here, so people are still shorting. Um, so I would actually like to see another move up before down, just to get rid of those Deegan shorts here. Um, Yeah, I would like to see something like this, actually. Yeah, this would be my ideal scenario locally here. Um, but let's see what we get. You might expect, I mentioned it in the beginning, that volatility is kicking in later. Yeah, we have this important event later at 1:30 UTC. The time you see here is my local time. 1:30 UTC, we have the PPI event, retail sales, and so on. Those events are in general, yeah, causing some volatility in the markets. Yeah, so you might want to watch out towards 1:30 um, before you consider to take a trade. Yeah, we might see volatility kicking in. Yeah, either we see a nice bounce up maybe later, or we see like a drop into support. But this is something we have to wait and see. At the moment here, there's no trade locally for me, so we have to be patient now, guys. Either we look for higher or we look for lower for long. Um, yeah, I think that's it. A quick update from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would like to have more updates like this, yeah, we do live charting, live sessions several times a day. We have Elliott Wave session, altcoin sessions. We have a lot of stuff going on in the group. Come and visit us. Yeah, and I wish you all a great day. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.